Hey guys, it's Tiara and Taylor, and I am here to record our 1 month postpartum update. So I'm going to start out with Taylor, and then I'm going to move on to myself. When she left the hospital, I mentioned this in another video, she weighed 6 pounds and 4 ounces. After discharge from the hospital, we ended up going to the pediatrician a day after, well, that Monday. So we were discharged on Saturday. We went on Monday for her first appointment. The first appointment we went to, she wasn't even a week old yet, and she was up to 6 pounds and 8 ounces. The second appointment we went to, she was 7 pounds and 8 ounces. And then the third appointment we went to, she weighed 8 pounds and 13 ounces. We had a lot of support. My parents came up, like I said, my mom stayed with us at the hospital, and his parents came up the Friday after I delivered, so a day after I delivered, and they stayed with us for a full week. So that was very, very helpful to us as well. So if you are having a baby and you don't have support, I will talk to a friend or someone just to ask for some type of support, because we really, really, really need that. And I can't imagine like being a single parent. So definitely, if you're a single parent, ask for support from a friend or someone. I spoke in the last video about me being nervous about her gagging and choking. She did do that a couple of times. I know that when we got home, my mom told me that she was going to go back home with my dad, and I got very upset. I think I got to the point of tears. She was like, "Tiara, you have support here." And I was just so nervous that she was going to choke and that I wouldn't be able to stop her. So that was something that I was concerned about when I got home. Okay, so the Sunday after we left the hospital, it was like late at night, around 3 in the morning, and Taylor started crying very, very badly, and I didn't know why. So I didn't know her cries yet, neither did CJ, and her cry sounded like she was like straining, and it just didn't sound right. So I tried to feed her, she wouldn't eat. I tried to change her, and once I changed her, me and CJ noticed that there was like a little streak of, like a little reddish pinkish streak in her pamper, and it scared the crap out of me. We were always told that if there's any blood in their stool or anything, to go to the emergency room. So I called my mother, crying of course. CJ trying to calm me down, and I told her basically that there was blood in her pamper, what looked like blood. I took a picture of it with my phone. So she calmed me down. I looked online, and basically it said something about a pseudo-menstruation, which is when babies are expelling their mother's hormones. Well, not babies, but females, babies, are expelling their mother's hormones. So they may have like what is called a fake menstrual cycle. So that's what the blood actually was. We ended up going to the doctor the next day, that Monday. Thank God we didn't go to the emergency room, because there's nothing they would have done about it. She was perfectly fine. She wasn't crying because she was in pain or anything. She was actually hungry, but I was still having difficulty getting her latched on and stuff. Breastfeeding. When I first got home, it was still a little difficult to breastfeed. I had to like separate myself from others, like go in a room by myself so that I could concentrate and so that she could concentrate and her latch would not break. Now she's fine. She'll latch on pretty much by herself. She still gets a little antsy, like if I guess my nipple isn't doing what she wants it to do. Again, I still needed the support of CJ when I started breastfeeding at home. He would bring me like bottles of water. I got this huge bottle from the hospital. When I first started, I would drink a full bottle every time I fed her, which was about 8 times a day. It's like I would just get so thirsty, and I don't know why. I guess because I'm burning so many calories with her eating. He would help me like prop the pillows up around me just to make sure that I was comfortable while feeding her. Because like I said, my arms would start hurting very badly if they were not propped appropriately. We were told when we were at our breastfeeding class to wait 3 weeks to give the baby a bottle if you're breastfeeding, because you don't want nipple confusion. I forgot to mention this in my hospital video, but I actually asked for a pacifier in the hospital. The lactation nurse basically scolded me for that and said that I should have did that because that could affect her breastfeeding. And I told myself that I didn't want to give Taylor a pacifier at all. But I ended up giving her one, and we don't like give it to her 24/7. She won't take it 24/7. She'll only take it like when she is about to go to sleep, or if she's in the car. Those like the only time she'll take the pacifier. I'm sure you saw like me and TJ trying to give it to her at other times, and she'll spit it out. She's falling asleep. We were told to get vitamin D drops from the pharmacy because there's not enough vitamin D in the milk of breastfed babies, so they need a supplement. So I got that the day that I found out about it. I have the Medela breast pump. I got that through my insurance agency. They paid for it 100%. I called them and they told me what pharmacies I could go to in my area to receive a free breast pump, and I basically went to the pharmacy, filled out a form, and that was it. So please look into that. It was very helpful. The Medela pumps are very good. And yeah, I love it. And I also got another pump since then from one of me and TJ's cousins. She sent me her breast pump because she stopped breastfeeding. And she didn't really use it at all. So she sent me hers, and I'm going to use that one when I go to work, so that I don't have to take my Medela pump to and from work every day. And that one is called the My Pump, M-I Pump. We had a form that we got from the hospital, and basically it had the days of the week up there, how many stools she should be having, how many wets she should be having each day old. Me and TJ would circle each thing she had, each time she had it. We would also write down the times that she ate, because if we didn't do that, I don't think she would have gained the weight that she gained. They told us that she needed to eat 8 to 12 times a day. So we wanted to make sure that she was actually getting that nutrients. So writing down the times really helped us know that she was eating the right amount of times a day, and that we were feeding her every 2 to 3 hours like we were supposed to. But when she was first born too, Taylor would not wake up to eat. She was just so exhausted, I guess, and tired. So she would have just slept all day if we allowed her to. So we actually had to wake her up to eat. So we had to take her clothes off, try to like squeeze her, poke at her mouth. What else they told us to do? Rub her head, play with her jawbone. They told us to roll her from side to side, just do things to wake her up. Tickle her feet, change her pamper, take her clothes off, put them back on, stuff like that, just to get her to wake up. And it took a lot. So if we didn't have that chart, I believe that we let her sleep and just left it alone. For the jaundice, when I left the hospital, I was like very nervous. I found myself constantly turning on the lights, trying to put her in front of the window to see like if her eyes were yellow, if her skin looked yellow. But we were told for her to sit in front of the window for like 4 to 6 hours a day with her clothing off or her clothes open. We got home from the hospital, but still like pretty cold outside, so I would just try. We have a lot of light that comes to the house, so I was trying as much as possible to get her in front of that window so that her levels would go down before her first appointment. At her first appointment, the doctor ended up telling us that she wasn't concerned at all because she was gaining weight and because she had enough poops and pees. She knew that she was getting that jaundice out of her body. Sleeping. When we got home from the hospital, we were always told, of course, not to allow the babies to sleep with us. What did you guys do with your babies? Because it is so hard. We tried to get her to sleep in her bassinet, which is like kind of like the co-sleeper pack and play type thing. And she would not sleep in the pack and play, guys. Like, the bassinet, she won't sleep in it. I don't know if the temperature's not right for her. I don't know why. So basically, CJ would sit up and hold her the whole night. And we tried to break her out of that and put her back in the bed. And then I kept noticing that every time she eats, she'd be gagging and spitting up with like the spit up actually coming out of her nose and everything. So since then, guys, we've actually been allowing her to sleep with us. We bought a co-sleeper that we could put in our bed for her so that she'll be as safe as possible in the bed with us. But guys, it is really hard trying to get sleep and trying to get them to sleep alone. So please, if you have any tips, please leave those in the comment section down below. Okay guys, so the rest will be an update on myself. Weight loss. So the day that I had Taylor, I weighed in at 169, and this morning I weighed in at 153. So I still have about 20 pounds to lose. Hopefully I can lose that by July 4th, the 4th of July. I'm gonna pinpoint that as my target date to have all of my pregnancy weight off. Taylor's second appointment, so her 1 week appointment, I was at the doctor with her, and I didn't want to go to the restroom because I didn't want to miss the doctor coming in to see her. So I held my urine, and once the doctor came in to see her, guys, my stomach started hurting so bad, so bad. So I held it more, and then I finally was like, you know what, I need to go to the bathroom. I went, and guys, I had the worst cramp in the world, like seriously. I've had a bladder infection before, and it was not bad. So I went back to the room. I could barely walk, and I tried to, you know, keep my composure until the doctor walked out. And I said, CJ, I'm in so much pain right now. Like, you don't understand. So I ended up Googling it, because once we left the doctor's office and went home, I still felt the pressure and the pain. So the next morning, was still feeling the pain. So I ended up Googling it and checking Dr. Google. It said that basically it's called a bladder spasm. And people who've had vaginal deliveries and catheters during their vaginal delivery, they could basically have bladder spasms after giving birth. So I called the doctor because it was just so painful. It also said on Google that people described the pain from the bladder spasm as being comparable to childbirth, and it was like the cramp that I experienced with that was like the same as the cramps from childbirth. So the doctor wanted me to come in to make sure I didn't have a bladder infection, and I did not, but she did give me medication for the pain that I was experiencing. And I took it for about 3 to 4 days, and the pain went away after that. I went from a size A to a size D in bras. Well, Victoria's Secret bras, I wore a size B before I got pregnant, and now, well, I haven't bought another Victoria's Secret bra because I'm not buying one to go back down to a size B or A or whatever. But now I'm in a size D for regular bras. My breasts don't get engorged that much, but that when they do, they hurt really, really bad, to the point that my chest feels hot, my arm feels hot on that side. I can't raise my arm. I can't like push myself up, like push up on my body, using my body weight. Yeah, so it hurts to be engorged. I've noticed that I had a pregnancy mask while I was pregnant. Like, I guess it was like a week ago or something. I noticed a week ago. Every time I say a week ago, I think about the song. But, yeah, I noticed that I had a pregnancy mask, on my face and neck. So I guess it's like going away now. I still have my black line on my stomach. I forgot what it's called. I'll put it somewhere in this video around me. But I still have that. I did not have any stretch marks on my stomach at all, thank God. My stomach is like really dark now. I guess the color is gonna come back, hopefully. My belly button ring closed. I tried like 3 times to get the belly button ring in there. I think I'm gonna try one more time because I've had the belly button ring for like more than 5 years. So I felt like it shouldn't have closed. My first appointment is on, I believe, May 9th. And that's when I go back to the doctor to get checked out and everything. Right now I feel fine. I'm still having light spotting, light spotting every day. I got a protein treatment in my hair the day before my baby shower, which was February 20th. And I got one the weekend of Easter. Just to prevent my hair from shedding as much, you know, the postpartum shedding and stuff and breakage, to prevent that as much as possible. So my aunt actually gave me a protein treatment. I don't know what product she used, but I know she works with Supercuts and Best Cuts and all of that. So I actually went there to get my hair done. I believe my feet has grown a half a size. I used to be able to fit, well, I used to wear like a 7.5, 8, but mostly like I would wear 8 in like shoes that didn't have half sizes. So instead of going down to a 7, I wear 8. But now I've been going, well, most of the shoes I've been getting have been a size 8. So I think my feet have grown a half inch. I still cannot fit my wedding ring or band. So I'm going to continue to try, you know, to lose the weight so that I can get that back on. If not, I'm going to have to get it resized. And I really don't want to do that. That's really it for me. I'm going to show you my stomach and I'll be done with this video. If you have any questions, you know the whole spiel. Please subscribe to my channel. And thank you so much for watching. Thank you all for your sweet comments about me and my family and Taylor. We really appreciate everything that you said. Thank you guys. Here's my stomach. Let me not suck it. I'm like used to sucking it in now because I can, but let me not suck it in. But this is it from the side. I hope this shirt shows you. This is it from the front. This is a month postpartum. And this is it from the other side. And guys, I haven't done any like type of exercising or because of the bladder spasms, and I haven't done any diets or anything yet. So this is just me losing the weight regularly. Yeah, so that's it for this video. Bye.